protecting Main Street from Wall Street. It's Chris Hoffman with Money Unleashed.
How much money do you put into your checking account from work on a month-to-month basis? It has a high probability that with your investable assets, we can replace that paycheck.
It's time to put you back in control of your money.
You've worked for 30, 35 years. It's time for you to not stress. It's time for you to enjoy and live the retirement you want to live.
It's Money Unleashed with Chris Hoffman.
Welcome to the Money Unleashed podcast, powered by the Hoffman Financial Group. I'm here with Chris Hoffman as always. Before we get started on today's show, make sure to subscribe to Money Unleashed wherever you get your podcasts, and be sure to check us out on Sundays from noon to 2 on WSB in Atlanta. And when we talk about retiring with confidence, it's not just about money. It's about making sure that you're ready in every way. That may be financially, emotionally, or even socially. Success in retirement starts with a plan and a clear sense of what you want life to look like. That plan to help make retirement comfortable and rewarding. That's what we're looking for. After all, you've earned it. Unfortunately, the road to building this plan can be fraught with advice and information that misses the mark and can take you off task and even completely off course. For starters, the magic number has been doing a number on retirement savers for years, Chris. This isn't about reaching someone else's number. It's about making it your own, right?
I totally agree. It's a magic number for Wall Street, right? They want all of their clients to have at least $1 million or more. So they tout, you have to be a 401k millionaire. You have to have 1.2 million. And then they say, we want you to just take out a specific percentage. They don't want to work. They don't want to calculate, okay, this month from these dividends, you'll get X. And then the next month, you'll get more because these dividend payers pay. And then the next month, you're going to get a little less. But on average, it's going to equate to this amount plus Social Security plus your fixed income. They don't want to work. They just want to throw the responsibility back on the individual client to make more money and put more money away. Because Wall Street's greedy. They want fees, and they get fees on the total portfolio that you bring them. So if you bring them $500,000, they're not as excited than if you bring them $1 million or $2 million or $3 million. Doesn't make sense to me, because isn't the purpose of hiring a financial advisor to grow your portfolio and to generate tax-free or limited tax on income in retirement? Shouldn't they be being paid to do that? And by the way, if your portfolio does grow, then and only then do they deserve to get additional fees. So I think they've got it backwards. I think it's their magic number. I think they're forcing it into the community to say, we're not interested in managing people that have less than $1 million. So that's my take. I think the magic number is broken, should be taken out of Wall Street's verbiage, and they should get back to the basics with clients and realize that they've got a lot of work to do on protecting the assets, generating income, eliminating taxes, and growing your money in retirement.
Well, let's live in an alternative universe.
All right.
A different theory here. Kiplinger brought this up, a counterbalance to the magic number, and they called it your enough is enough number. I can't tell you how many times we've had this discussion, and you've asked that exact same question. When is enough actually enough?
Yeah.
Maybe that's the question people need to be asking.
Yeah, that's not a bad exercise to go through. So one of the things that I think frustrates individual investors and or people that are starting to work on their retirement plan is hearing about, okay, here's how much money you have. So if you want to do even more, you need 1.2, 1.5, 1.8. Instead of worrying about budgeting from a dollars standpoint, start having conversations with your spouse around, what does retirement look like to us? What do we love to do? Are you a sports car buff and you're going to want to buy 2 sports cars and rotate in and out of them? Do you love golf and do you want to upgrade to the nicest country club out there? Do you and your spouse love to travel? And do you have a bucket list that once a year or twice a year you're going to go to exotic locations together? That's fun. That's talking about rewarding you. We'll back into the numbers, of course, but you got to have a vision and a dream for what you're going to do in retirement. You've worked 30 plus years. Don't let Wall Street handcuff you out of fear, and the fear is the stock market. So look, whatever you invest in equities, even if we lose 30% of it, it's not going to change our clients' lifestyles because we didn't overinvest in it, number one. Number two is it's generating enough income for them to check all the boxes, and every year, come heck or high water, they're going on that vacation, and it's the financial advisor's responsibility to make sure they have enough income being generated, not pulling from principal. If the principal grows and we've got an extra $100,000 or $200,000 or $300,000 and you want to purchase a home and become the bank for your child's first home and they pay you the mortgage, there's a lot of creative and fun ways to win as a family and keep the money inside of your family name. That's what we're all about. We're not all about the magic number. We're all about winning in retirement. So what is enough is enough. Talk it over with your spouse. Come into us and say, here's our expectation. We want to do this much travel. We want to join this country club. We want to buy these cars. Let's dream a little bit, folks, and put the onus on us to figure out how to securely fund it. That's the difference between a hardworking advisory team and one that's just riding the Wall Street train.
Well, let's delve into how exactly this work gets done and how you build your enough is enough number. Let's run down a few steps that Kiplinger laid out to get there. Number one, and this should surprise no one, you assess your spending. You review those current expenses, categorize them into fixed costs and discretionary costs. Chris, you just kind of want to know where exactly the money's going.
Yeah, that's the easiest thing on the planet, folks. Just take out your credit cards and add them all up. From 2024. It's not that difficult. And don't go through it and say, oh, well, this happened last year and that was kind of a surprise and we won't do that every year. Matter of fact, I've gone through this with my own wife and saying, I understand that we remodeled this, but if it's not this, it'll be that. And if it's not that, it'll be the family needs a new car. Or if it's not a new car, it'll be we want to go to a place that we've never been and it's highly expensive. I mean, airline flights are ridiculously expensive. Hotels are ridiculously expensive. So it's a matter of just accept whatever happened in 2023 or 2024, even the additional $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 oopses. Build them in. So that would be my starting point if I were all of you. I would say, what did I spend in 2024? Now, if I can duplicate that and add in the things that I'm going to want to do that are specific retirement objectives, travel, gifts, new cars, new hobbies, whatever, that's the number then we need to generate that income for you. And to be quite frank with everybody listening, a lot of it centers around tax savings. A lot of it is if you engineer the tax strategies properly, your money goes into your pocket versus a huge portion going out to the government. Because all of you that are now saying, well, I'm a 401k millionaire, are you really?
Yeah.
Is it all pre-tax, tax-deferred IRA money? Then the government's laying claim to at least 20, 30% of it or more.
Partner, right?
Yeah. So we want to kill the silent partner. Let's get the IRS out of our pockets.
Buy that guy out.
Yeah. That guy has plenty of money. He can get it from the working world. We're not working anymore, so stop charging us income rates and all the nonsense. And Fulton County, stop charging the elderly for school tax. Drives me nuts. Just throwing it out there. But that's the way to look at it. Take whatever you spent last year and start adding big events to it that you want to get done on an annual basis.
Well, you touched on this already. Accounting for income is that next step. You want to calculate how much you'll receive from those guaranteed sources, those predictably or highly reliable income streams. That's the cornerstone of the plan, isn't it?
So look at it this way. If you had zero assets, but we could send you $10,000 after tax a month, would you be upset about only having $200,000 in the bank, $500,000 in the bank, whatever the number is? I mean, I've told the story over and over again. Had a gentleman in, he said, I'm probably one of your poorest clients, and he was worth $500,000 in liquid assets, but he had a pension of $7,600, and on top of it, he gets Social Security. So I looked at him and I said, sir, you are guaranteed to pull in $120,000 a year for the rest of your life. You're probably one of the richest people, and I bet there are many, many clients of mine that would switch with you for a guaranteed $10,000 a month versus the question of how do I manage $1 million or $2 million or $3 million portfolio? Yeah, and what's the stock market going to do to it? And yes, running out of money. This gentleman can never run out of money because it's guaranteed from the government in a highly secured pension plan. So that's the difference in looking at income and tax-free investing and tax-free income generation versus the way historically Wall Street treats it.
All right, a little more math here. Is calculating the gap, that next step. You subtract that guaranteed income from your estimated expenses, and the remaining amount represents what you'll need from savings or investments or, I guess, other sources.
That's right. And we can look at varying interest rates, right? When interest rates are high, we like that. We can juice up the fixed income side, or we look for highly reliable dividend stock portfolios. You know, some of these companies, if they take a 10% hit for whatever, one bad earnings report or something that went awry, that's a one-time event inside the company, you can find dividends in 4-5% of solid companies. I won't give you the name of them, but there's one that's paying 5% right now because it got reported some bad news. Now, could that bad news suppress earnings over time? I don't know. I don't even care. If you're going to pay me 5% on whatever I invest in that stock, and the stock gets cut in half, that's fine. My wife, when I pass away, or my kids, when we both pass away, they get a smaller amount. You know, I'm just playing with their money in that case. I'm happy to take the 5% in dividends and let the stock go where it goes.
Well, a couple other things to plan for here, and then we're going to wrap up this list that we got from Kiplinger. Longevity and inflation.
Yeah, so inflation is a number that I think Wall Street also needs to make sure they pay attention to when they're doing financial plans for their clients. Don't discount the fact that inflation, if we don't outpace it, can damage your portfolio. How do you outpace inflation? Fixed income products. When inflation spikes and the Fed stops being counter to what they should be doing and inflation goes up, interest rates rise. Take advantage of it. But when interest rates are starting to be lowered, well, we've got to look elsewhere. And that's when we switch to more of a dividend stock portfolio, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, the final step here is working with a professional. Working with someone that's got the experience, that can be the real difference maker, can it?
Yeah, it can. And if you're sick of chasing Wall Street's magic number, let us show you how easy it is to put a proper plan together. It's a simple first step, folks. You can get started with our portfolio x-ray. There is no cost. From there, we can walk you through the steps of building a full financial plan designed just for you and your family. So call us at 404-341-6767. Again, that's 404-341-6767. It's complimentary, and you walk away with a copy of that portfolio x-ray, which I always say reveals 2 or 3 golden nuggets that you might want to consider changing in your current portfolio mix.
That information at no cost and yours to keep. Again, that phone number, 404-341-6767, or find us online at unleashyourmoney.com and click on that portfolio x-ray box. Chris Hoffman is an investment advisor representative of Brookstone Wealth Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor and affiliate of Brookstone Capital Management, LLC. BWA and Hoffman Financial Group are affiliated under common ownership. Registered investment advisors and investment advisor representatives act as fiduciaries for all of our investment management clients. We have an obligation to act in the best interest of our clients and to make full disclosures of any conflicts of interest. Please refer to our firm brochure, the ADV 2A, page 4, for additional information. The Hoffman Financial Group and WSB are not affiliated. Exposure to ideas and financial vehicles discussed should not be considered investment advice or recommendation to buy or sell any financial vehicle. This information should not be considered tax or legal advice. Individuals should consult with a professional specializing in the field of tax, legal, accounting, or investments regarding the applicability of this information for their situation. Any client experiences discussed during the show are unique to that client. They are not meant to imply or suggest you will experience the same results. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Investments will fluctuate and when redeemed may be worth more or less than when originally invested. Any comments regarding safe and secure products and guaranteed income streams refer only to fixed insurance products. They do not refer in any way to securities or investment advisory products. Fixed insurance and annuity product guarantees are subject to the claims paying ability of the issuing company and are not offered by Brookstone. Index or fixed annuities are not designed for short-term investments and may be subject to caps, restrictions, fees, and surrender charges as described in the annuity contract. Please refer to our firm brochure, the ADV 2A, item 4, for additional information. Hoffman Financial Group is not affiliated with or endorsed by the Social Security Administration or any other government agency. Insurance licensed in Georgia, number 163546.